writes two. So those two are by using functional programming, object oriented programming. So you have seen both of them. If you come to object oriented programming, import the module name and other modules if required, choose the class name and define. Every class definition must contain method, which is which contains problem solving logic, which is known as what? Thread logic. Create subthreads, dispatch the for executing the target function. For executing the target function. And functional programming, anyhow, you have seen it. These are the things we mentioned in the last class, and we did examples on that area. So let us go to, I think we did some examples on that area, students, and let us go for the multiple threads how to create. Right? Write a thread-based application. Write a thread-based application. Write a thread-based application which will write a thread-based application which will generate which will generate odd numbers separately, odd ODD, odd numbers separately and even numbers separately, odd numbers separately and even numbers separately, odd numbers separately, even numbers separately, odd numbers separately and even numbers separately. So look at, understand the situation. If you go for it, odd numbers separately, even numbers separately. Odd numbers generation done by one thread, done by one thread. Even number generation done by one more thread. Even number generation done by one more thread. Even number generation done by one more thread. So this is the first thread I am using, students. This is the first thread I am using. This is I am using second thread I am using it. So multiple threads are available to do the task like this. Are you following me? So how to develop this? That is our task. So first thread means what? One method required or not? One method required. For one method or one method or function is required. One function is required. Next is called one more thing is also required, students. This to develop it, you need a second method or second function you require. You require second method or second function is required. So this is another method is required. So two functions I am going to take. It indicates one thread, one function, one thread, one function. Like that, I am going to take it what? One thread, one function. That is 1:1 ratio we can call. So in simple words, this model says T1, T2, and T3, and T4. These are all called what? What T1, T2, T3, T4 are called? Right, good. Subthreads. These are all called subthreads. Every subthread meant for what? Every subthread meant for what? Performing some operation whose logic defined in the form of what? Function. Remember that standard definitions you remember. Why are you forgetting that? So something like K. Now I'll do what? T1 dot what I will do here? Start. T1 dot start function. T2 dot start function. T2 dot start function. Start function. T3 dot start function. T3 dot start function. T4 dot start function. These are the functions we have. When I say T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T3 dot start, T4 dot start, we will be getting the result here. We will get the result here. We will get the result here. We will get the result here. Separate results I am going to get it. So here there is no interference among the threads, students. There is no interference among the threads, which is called one of the model, which is called 1:1 model. Each thread, when you start, it will enter into the target function, gives the result. Each thread will enter into their own method, gets the result. This model gives what result? Thread safety result. Which result will be given? Thread safety result will be given. Thread safety result will be given. This is called what? Threads and their results. So let me go for this example now, which we have discussed it. But each thread will execute its own function. That's the meaning. Program for generating odd and even threads, by using multiple threads, multiple threads, multiple threads. Okay. Tell me, import, threading. Any other modules required, we can take it. Tell me what to do now. How many functions I will write it here? Two functions I will write it. Tell me, how do you write two functions here? Come on. So def odd, it will take n. How many odd numbers you want, you can take it. Next def, come on, even of what here? N. And I'll say what here? Plus. Come to main program students. Come to main program students. Tell me, create how many subthreads? Two subthreads. Create how many subthreads? Create. T1 is equal to threading dot thread of target is equal to target is equal to what? Good. Odd. Arcs is equal to 10 comma. Means I am interested in to see the odd numbers within 10. Okay. Next, another thread I forget. Come on. Threading dot thread of target is equal to what? Even. Arcs is equal to what? 10 comma. 10 comma. Are you able to follow now? T1, T2, T3, we got it. T1, T2, T3, we got it. Understood? Well, students, after getting this T1 and T2, are they in running state or just a new state whose execution status is what? False. False. Because you can check by using is alive. Is alive function. It is called what? False. Next word, create. Here I am writing comment. Create two subthreads for performing two operations. Come on, next dispatch the subthreads. How do you dispatch? T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T1 dot start and T2 dot what? Start. T1 dot start and T2 dot start. So once you say start, will they go to this place or not? Yes. So now I will define the logic for odd. Tell me, if number of numbers are less than or equal to 0, I'll say that thread name. I'll say this now. Is what input? Invalid input. Dot format of what I want to print. Thread name I want to print. Threading dot current underscore thread dot what? Name, comma, n. Are you following me? Yes. So next I will write what? Else. Next I need to write which code here? Code for odd number generation. Tell me, odd number generation. For I in range of 0 మెయిన్ చెప్పాల్సింది ఇదే. ఇంపోర్ట్ థ్రెడింగ్ అది కాదు. కమాన్ 1 కామా n+1 గుడ్ కామా n+1 సేమ్ వస్తుంది. 1 2 3 4 వస్తుంది. కామా 2 రాయాలి. మీరు చదవట్లేదు అసలు ఫస్ట్. సో what is coming? Thread name. This is printed. I will write it. Here I am writing what is the number I am printing. Odd number I am printing. Odd number I am printing. Dot format of. Dot format of. First of all, did you understand that? This is going to be 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. Like that it will be generated. Format of what I will do? Threading dot. Current thread dot. Name. Dot name. Of what here? I. So that I want to display after a few seconds. So this is the output we are going to get it. So this is happening in the case of what? Odd numbers. Similarly, I will carry the same logic here. Same logic I will tell you. Here I am writing pass. Here I am going to write it. Saying here if statement invalid input. Here I will write 2. What is this now? Even. Even I will write it. Thread name. Same thing like this. So what is happening in the same program? You have how many threads so far? How many? 3. Muddu bavulu. 3. 3. 3 are there. Right? In your body, how many threads are there? 2 threads are there. One is one is automatically taking breath. One thread is executing. You are creating your own thread to listen my class. There is 2 threads are there in your body, right? Fine. So coming to the point of it, here T1 dot start, T2 dot start. They are entering into their respective methods. They are going on having parallel execution. And here, of course, that I already shown students. Once again, I am showing program execution. I need not to say this. Program execution started by, started by, started by. I am writing that, writing here dot format of, I will write that entire sentence, threading dot name of it I am writing, which is printing the main thread over there, which is printing main thread, printing main thread. So here I'm going to say ending also I want to write it. Ending also I want to write it. Be careful. What should I use later? You need to tell. You need to tell ended by I'm writing. Tell me now. When you are saying in this program, when I execute, I need to import time also. When I'm going to take up, what will happen? It's going on executing by how many threads? 2 threads. And the meantime, I dispatched it. What is happening? Who is going to complete early? Main thread. And subthreads are going on executing because I'm using some more work than what main thread. So I don't want to make the main thread to go for what completing early. Anindra, perfect. So I will use what join function. Otherwise, it is going to become orphan threads. So coming to this now, there is one more name called what? Daemon thread we can call daemon. Do you know English meaning of daemon? Hmm? Daemon you don't know? Games ఇప్పుడు ఆడరా మొబైల్లో daemon you don't know? Background thread we can call daemon running behind of you. It's called what? Daemon. Daemon thread. Daemon thread is nothing but one type of main thread only. In other words, you can take it as a garbage collector is one which is running behind of your program. That is called what? Daemon thread. Foreground thread, daemon thread. Daemon thread is nothing but running inside of it, background of the program. One more is called running in front of you to generate the results. T1 and T2 are what? Subthreads, which are foreground threads. One thread which is running in the background, that is called main thread. That is called a daemon thread we can call. So this terminology is important. Try to run this code. So I'm going to write it. So here I'm writing even, odd, function, example 1.py. Function example 1.py. Try to do this now. Go to this place, functional approach, right? Go to the command prompt. I'm going to say here cmd, writing here, done. Go to this place, e colon. So here we are Python, say here, what is this now? 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Threads I am writing it. So there I will go for it. Py. So here you see, it is going to be given by what? Main thread is coming. ending the main thread there only, but still who is continuing? Subthreads are continuing. So when I should get this message? Last. So I need to go for what here? Join the subthreads. Situationally, how to use? Join the subthreads. Very, very simple. How do you join the subthreads? T1 dot join, T2 dot join, T2 dot join. So try to see this now. Try to see this now. Like answers are coming like this. But this is going to be happening parallel processing. Don't see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T1 is doing its own job. T2 is doing its own job. If I request for even function operation will come. If I request for odd function result will be coming. Because in this terminal, both of them I am calling in the same program. That's why you are getting this result. When you go to the Gmail, you are passing your own username and password to retrieve your inbox. I am passing my username and my password to get my own inbox. So that is two threads are created separately. Parallelly, they are executing it. Here also, in the same program, in the same terminal, I am writing both of them. That's why this mixed result is coming. Are you following me? Right. So here, one thread, one thread, one function. Here, one thread, one function. See this now. Thread one function. Thread two, another function is available. I hope it is more clear. Right. Students, I'm going to use it. T1 dot join, T2 dot join, I said. Now, I want to find out here one small thing I am going to write, students. What is that now? Here I am saying one sentence. Print of number of number of threads which are running, which are running is equal to how do I write it? Dot format of give me threading dot come on active underscore count. How many? How many? Come on. 3. మీరు అసలు ఏమైనా చదువుతున్నారు అసలు? 1 only. Modubavu, it is 1 only. Why active count is 1 only? Because it is going to be called what? After I did not start at all. Actually, intentionally I am writing this here. This you are saying 3. How negligent you are. It is called 1 only. Because I did not start. If I say this sentence here, you will answer definitely what? 1 only. So, to test your knowledge, I said here 1. So now with this same word, we just try to see it is not 3, 1 only. Beginning it is going to be 1. So it is going to be 1. Close this bracket. Active count of. Close this bracket. See the answer now. We got it. Number of threads which are running before start, that is. Before start. This is called before start is equal to. Now I am writing here the same wording I am going to give you. Number of threads are running after start. After start. How many? 3. 3. Number of active threads after joining, which are running after what? Joining. After joining, what are destroyed? Subthreads are destroyed. Still, it is 1 only. It is 1 only. This flow is very, very important. Try to observe this flow. So, number of threads before running start 1. Number of threads which are after start 3. Number of threads which are running after joining 1. So that is clearly understanding that how threads are managed by the main thread. Ending and then started by whom? Main thread. So this part is clear. Students, if you come to this place, same example, if you want to provide any dynamism to it, you can write it. So there I'm going to take it Python here. Number of these things here say 2. Here I'm going to write it. This value here I will write n. N I will write it. Here I will write what? N. N is nothing but dynamic value or not. So what I will write directly? Int of input of. I will write what? Double quotes end like this I will write. What I will write? Enter how many what? odd numbers you want to generate. Odd numbers you want to generate. You want to generate. Okay. Similarly, I want to take it here itself. One more thing I want to take it. So here I'm going to take it. This part also I want to enter how many even numbers you want to generate. Even numbers you want to generate. Try to run this now. This is called a 2.py. 2.py. There you try to take it. Threads I'm going to take it. Try to run py. Py. So asking how many numbers you want to generate. 20. And here I want to generate 10. So you see, up to 1 to 10 parallelly running. After 10 even numbers are over, only odd numbers will be continued. Are you following me? Only odd thread is continued. This is called odd thread only continued. And even numbers are already over. So if you go for running next way, you go for this numbers as 10 and even numbers is 20. So it is going to be in reverse process, it is continued. I mean to say, the strict conclusion of this program is when we are having multiple threads, each method is having its own type of function. This is called 1:1. So when you are doing multiple operations, you need to create multiple threads. You need to create multiple threads, and plus you need to have each thread need to have what? Multiple functions also required. Multiple functions are required. This will give you which result always? Thread safety result will come. Thread safety result is going to come. Now I'm going to introduce one more type of continuation topic, deadlock occurrence I want to show you. Shall we move to the further? And let me do this by using whoops related also. Then I will enter. Others here, online students, is it clear? Is this concept is clear? So I will go to oops related example. Oops related example 1. Here I am going to take it. Now I am writing class. Class. What is this now? Numbers. Here I would like to take up. Here I am writing. So here I would like to take it. What is this? Self comma. Here also self comma. Self comma. I wrote it. Here I am writing it. Here, how do you do this now? Anyhow, you understood this entire number of threads and all. Go to this place. Here I am writing input of. How do you call this function now? Here, numbers. How do you write it? Here I am writing numbers of dot odd of. Coming to this place now. Coming to this place now. Here I am going to say, Ravi Kumar, sir, please show the example of one thread containing more than one function or one method. So I'm going to discuss that. I'm going to discuss that. So you're asking, show the example of uh, Mansi, Manish Raj. Sir, sir, Python can generate QR code. I'm going to tell you that also. Emoji, I will explain. QR code, I will explain. QR code is only 2 minutes. Emoji is also 2 minutes. Why? Import QR code. QR code dot what? Make image, and I'll put the image message, whatever you want. It will generate the image. Image dot save. I will take one PNG file or JPG file. I'll show that and I'll execute by installing what? QR code, third party model. So small things is very simple in my class. Just understand the solid things. Okay, right. Ravi Kumar, sir, please show an example. One thread containing more than one function or method. Easy. One thread containing more than one thing. This called what? Sequential. One thread, more than one function. That is already explained. One thread, more than one function. Where I explained it very long back. చిన్నప్పుడు explain చేస్తాను అది. So default thread. Ravi Kumar, I explained in your childhood days only. Default thread flow. Studio sorry. One thread here. Welcome. Hello. Hi. What these are all called? What these are all called? One thread, multiple things. Which thread that is? Main thread. చిన్నప్పుడు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను అది. Very long back I explained it. So if you want your own thread, You can see that. Okay, now. So coming to the point of it, now I will move to the further. So what I am interested in this place, numbers here, go to this place, numbers dot here. What I will write it now? Numbers of dot even. Like this I said. So try to run this now. This example. Go to the same place. Here 2.py. One I know. 1.py. Object oriented programming. Execute it. Here I'm going to say py. So this is the one. Enter that. Then here some 15. So you are going to get that. Whether it is object oriented programming or normal programming, which is going to be similar. You can also write this into separate classes. You can take it. Separate classes. You can take it. So one is in number like this. This is called what you know, odd numbers. This I can write it in where class. What is this now? Even numbers. Even numbers you can write it. Like this also you can write it. Nothing wrong in that. So that time I will go for what here? Come on. Which numbers? Odd numbers now. And what I with this now? Even numbers of. So you can write it 2.py. 2.py. So here output is like this. Execute it. Py. Done. Say this now. 20. Let's say some 15. So you are going to get that numbers. So even numbers, odd numbers, any of that, because we know whoops, we know threading, combine it together, you will be getting the data. That's all. Now, if you want to go for one thread only to execute, it is also going to execute. Only one thread if you want, T1 only, you can go to this one. Again, you will write after execution. Again, I will reschedule for same thing. After I start this, we will go for what? Again, I will create and I will do it. This called main thread is an example of it. Okay, Ravi Kumar. So now I will move to the further. Next, I will move to the another kind of discussion in the class. What is the another discussion now? Another model. This is called one model of example. What is that model here? All threads started entering into their own methods, giving the result. We call it as which result? Thread safety result. Spell out. Right. Now I am entering into the next model. This model will come across only 20-25% of the time. Next model is very important, which is easy, not a difficult. Now go to the deadlocks related concept. So this model, model number 2 we can call. Model number 2 I'm going to call it. In this, what is happening? Try to look at that first. Here I'm having threads are T1, T2, T1. Next I'm going to take it T2. Next I'm going to take it T3. Next I'm going to take it T4. What these are all called? Multiple threads. All these threads are having one method called operation. One method called operation. In this, I'm writing here called what? DEF operation. Here I'm writing some block of statements are written. Some block of statements are written. These block of statements are doing some operation here. These operations are how many methods I'm having? One method. What I'm writing here? T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T2 dot start, T3 dot start, T3 dot start, and T4 dot start, T4 dot start. First of all, what is T1 here? First of all, what is T1? You try to understand. T1 is equal to T1 is equal to threading dot thread off thread off target is equal to operation. I am saying this logic I am writing operation. I am writing operation. I am writing. Next, close this. Another one I am writing target is equal to target is equal to I am writing. Next is called T2. T2 is equal to one more time I am writing same. T3 is equal to also same. And T4 is equal to T4 is equal to how many threads are there? 4. All of them are targeting to what function? Same function. Earlier model is what? These threads are targeted to what? X, Y, Z separate. One thread, one function. One thread, one function. That is called one thread, one resource. One thread, one resource. That is 1:1 ratio. This is called 1:1 ratio. This is called. Here, when you say start, 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 what will happen? What will happen? T1 dot start entering into this. T2 dot start entering into this. T3 dot start entering into that. T4 dot start entering into that. All threads are executing in the same body only. What will be the output? What will be the output? నాకళ్ళు చూస్తారేందా బిత్ర బిత్ర చూపులు చూస్తున్నారు. What will be the output? మీకు అర్థం కాదులే కానీ ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్దాం. మీకు అర్థం కాదు ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్. దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ వాట్? ఇదన్నా అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఎప్పుడన్నా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తే తెలుస్తుంది ఇది. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ద కోడింగ్ యూ విల్ కమ్ టు నో దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్. వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ నౌ? ఎప్పుడన్నా చూసారా ఇది? ఇది కూడా తెలియదా? టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్? డోంట్ నో? కమ్ ఆన్. వాట్ ఇస్ దట్? ఫోర్ రోడ్ జంక్షన్. జంక్షన్ అంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ కరెక్ట్. Junction, 4 road junction or something like a junction, something like crossroads. Okay. Abhishek is saying some road is saying. So it is called a junction. What is this part is called? A part ఏంటది? Shareable resource, shareable area, shareable area. పలకండి సార్. రైట్, కొద్దిగా నేర్చుకోండి vocabulary. Shareable area. These vehicles are going here. These vehicles are going. These vehicles are going. And this side vehicles are going. All the vehicles are ready to move these directions. All the vehicles are ready to move these directions. In this case, what is happening? In this case, what is happening? If all the vehicles are coming in the same place, this is called thread T1, thread T2, thread T3, thread T4. These are the different threads available in all 4 directions. Here, this is called what? Intersection area, common area. The function name is called what? Operation OP. Then tell me, if no traffic police and no traffic signals are there, what will happen? మళ్ళీ అదే చూస్తున్నారు, అదే చూపులు చూస్తా ఉన్నారు అంతా. ట్రాఫిక్ జామ్ కాదు, మొద్దుబావులు. Something, these vehicles will go there, that vehicles will some collision will occur. Some collision will occur or not? Collision will occur or not? Right? When collision is occurring, what is that situation is called? Deadlock. Deadlock. Some operation did and you did not get the expected result. Which result we got it? Unexpected result, wrong result we got it. That we are calling in operating system point of view, we call it as a deadlock result. Spell out. Deadlock result. It is also known as what? Non-thread safety result. Non-thread safety result. Non-thread safety result. It is also known as what? Race condition we can call. In operating system point of view, this is also known as race condition. These are all conditions will give you which answer. Wrong answer will come. What is your conclusion now? When multiple threads are attempting to target to enter into the same function, what will be the result? Deadlock result or non-thread safety result or race condition. These are all going to give you which result? Wrong result. What is our conclusion? When multiple threads enters into the same function, one target function, what will be the result of that function with that threads? Wrong result will come. Wrong result will come. That result is known as which result? Deadlock result. So deadlock is going to come in this way. This is one deadlock situation. In your colleges, if you are computer science student, there is one more kind of thing. In your textbook, it is available. Whatever textbook I studied in my engineering, same textbook, even you people also studying. They need to update by themselves. So what is the situation? Galvin book, operating system. It is a great book. So what is that? Process P1, thread T1 today. Process P1, that is called thread T1. Process P2, that is called thread T2. To complete these processes, they need one resource. Resource called what? R1, resource called R2. Resource called R1 and R2. When two processes want to complete, they need two resources. How many resources can be used by at a time by one person only now? One thread to be used by one resource at a time. So what is happening? What is the textbook example I'm saying? When both the processes want to complete both the resources required at a time. What is happening? Thread, but one resource to be used at a time by one thread only. Because both of them cannot work on the same resource. Same resource, both of them works, what result will come? Wrong result will come. So when both of them started, P1 hold resource R2 requesting for R1. The R1 resource was already held with whom? P2. And P2 is requesting for R2, which is held with whom? P1. So P1 is holding one resource, requesting for another resource. That resource was already held with whom? Another process. So both of them are waiting for each other. No process is releasing the resource. This is known as what? Infinite waiting we can call. No work is done here. This is also called one type of which situation? Deadlock situation. That is, you and your friend going to the movie. Another person, another friend is coming to the movie. And there are only two chairs are available. Two chairs are available. What you are doing? You are holding one chair and requesting for another chair. That person hold another one chair and requesting for your chair. Both of them are waiting for each other's chair. It is known as which one? Deadlock situation we can call. So this is the example available in your textbook. Still it is available. Still it is available. Even my daughter is also going to study the same book. మీ పిల్లలు కూడా అదే చదువుకుంటారు రేపు పొద్దున. ఫస్ట్ జాబ్ రావాలి కదా మీకు ఫస్ట్ కదా. పలకరేంటే కమ సైలెంట్, అంత డీసెంట్ కూడా ఉండకూడదు, అప్పుడప్పుడు మాట్లాడుతూ ఉండాలి. సో దే నీడ్ టు అప్డేట్. సో కమింగ్ టు ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. సో coming to the point of it, this is going to be called what? Deadlock situation. This is also deadlock situation. Operation is done. What is happening? Result is coming, but it is a wrong result is coming. This is known as what? One method shared by how many threads? Multiple threads gives which result? Wrong result it is going to come. That situation is also called a deadlock situation, because we are dealing with the programming. There you are going to see the wrong result. Understood? Still, if you are not understanding, the traffic signaling concept is there. That is called which concept? Synchronization concept it is. If one side vehicles are going on, other side vehicles will be stopped until this time is over. Once this side timing is over, this will be locked. Other side vehicles will be passed on. Up to how much? Some point of time. This will be continued until total vehicles are passing smoothly. Understood? Now, if you did not understand, let us take your college people conducting running competition. 4 people has given the names 4 people has given. And what they are doing? 4 people means 4 threads. They are preparing their own runways. They are preparing their own runway. Means each student will have their own runway. This is known as what? When they start 1, 2, 3 start, they are entering into their own runways. They are continuing the competition. It is known as what? Safety result. Understood or not? Another college people conducted the competition. There are 50 people given the names. All the 50 people are standing in the line. There is a narrow way is there. They said all of them must enter into the narrow way only. So what is happening? They are trying to enter into the narrow way. Some of them are falling down there only. And ultimately, coming to the outside, only a few people will come out. And inside of it, lot of problems came or not. It is known as which kind of condition? Deadlock situation we can call. Are you able to follow now? So what is this here? One thread, one method. Multiple threads, one method. Multiple threads, one method means deadlock will occur. To avoid the deadlock, we use which concept? Synchronization we will apply. Spell out. What is the synchronization? When multiple resource threads operating on same resource. Resource means what here? Method or function. We get which result? Deadlock result will come. Deadlock results are expected or unexpected? Unexpected. So we want to provide what safety result I want to provide. For that I will apply which concept? Synchronization. So synchronization says what? A lock when you are using, when you usage is completed, unlock, others will use it. That is the concept of what? Locking and unlocking. Are you following me? Come on, start here. Now I'm telling the synchronization now. How many threads? How many threads started? Which thread started first? T1. Who will be PVM allows what? T1 into where? Operation. What will be locked? Method will be locked. Once a method is locked, method locking means what? T2, T3, T4 will be wait until who will complete? T1. Once a T1 complete inside of that, who will be locked? Operation method function will be locked. Once it is locked, what will happen? T2, T3, T4 will be waiting. Once a T1 completed, what will happen? This function will be unlocked. Then who will be allowed in the next priority? T2. T2 will be allowed into this operation. Once again, what? Locked. Who is under waiting? T3, T4 are under waiting. Who completed? T2. What will happen? Release. Who will be allowed into T3? Once again, locked. Who is waiting? Who is executing? Who was completed? T1, T2. Who completed now also? T3. Release the lock on what? Operation. Who is allowed? T4. T4 also completed. T4 also completed. That is also called released. So locking and unlocking will be continued until all my threads completed the execution or not. So how to implement this? For that, in Python, there is a class called what? Lock class. What is the class? Lock class. Online students, is this concept is clear? How I was explained? Without locking, all of them entered into the operation. With locking, they are entering into one by one. How they are executing? With my explanation, you are feeling that they are executing one by one or not? But are they executing one by one? No, they are executing with the difference of milliseconds of time internally. With the difference of milliseconds of time internally, it's nothing but all at once only. They are called fastest execution only. Let me go for it. Let me go for the showing the example here. Shall I show you the example now? Hmm. Let us go to the example. So first I will show you example here. My interest here is go to the Python. Here I'm going to show you program for program for demonstrating the occurrence of what? Occurrence of what? Deadlock. Occurrence of deadlock. Okay. So import here threading. Import threading. My model of example is like this. Suppose, for example, here I'm writing it. Here I'm writing it. Something like T1 thread, T2 thread, T3 thread, T4 thread are interested to generate T4 thread. These are T4 thread interested to generate multiplication table for what? T1 is interested to generate 19th table. T2 is interested to generate 17th table. T3 is interested to generate 9th table. T4 is interested to generate 14th table. So what is the thread creation? Start with T1 is equal to, come on, threading dot what? Thread of target is equal to target is equal to MUL table. Next what? Arcs is equal to what I'm doing 19 comma 19 comma. Next what I will do? T2 threading dot thread of multiplication table. Here I'm writing 17. Next I'm writing T3. T3 is equal to threading dot MUL table of what here? 9. Next I'm going to write it MUL table of what? 14. What did you understand? All of them are entering into which function? MEL table. Definitely will get expected result or unexpected result. Unexpected result. So next, what is the plan? Apply synchronization to avoid what? Deadlock. Simple. You are sitting in the class, listening. At the same time, you'll get some other thought also in the brain. In room, what is happening? In somewhere, what is happening? While you're looking in the screen, you will be disturbing by yourself and your thread is working somewhere else or not. There is nothing but what? You are trying to enter into multiple places and neither you concentrate there nor you concentrate here. That is called which result? Deadlock result. So to avoid that, we are going for what? Synchronization. Come on, go to this place and then do this now. Easy. Now I'm defining DEF MUL table of n. I will take it. Here I'm writing if n less than or equal to 0, I'm printing there. So here I'm writing like this. Is what input? Is invalid input. Is invalid input. Dot format of n I am writing. N I am writing. So else I am writing here, students, print of writing like this. 50 here. Now writing here. I will write multiplication table for directly I will write it for I in range of 1 comma 11 here. Print of what I will say. Thread I will print it. Thread name I will print it. Here I will write the multiplication logic. Here I am printing the multiplication logic. So there I will try to write it into, I'll write it is equal to like this. Dot format of what? Threading dot current underscore thread dot what? Name and the next I. N comma n comma I comma n into I. So I will write it time dot a sleep of 1 second, for example. So try to execute it. So this is the logic we got it. So here I will try to write it after finishing that. So go for like this. Now this logic is finished, students. Coming to main program you come. In the main program, what is happening? Go to this place. Whatever is mentioned it. Create the subthreads. Create subthreads you created. Then create it. Next, what you will do? Dispatch the subthreads. How do you dispatch? T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T3 dot start, and T4 dot start. Dispatch the subthreads. Done. Once they dispatched it, can you think that what could be the answer? Expected or unexpected? You can't think that how the results will be coming. What is the T1, T2, T3 are called? This is called a T4. So what could be the answer? Mixed answer will be coming. That result is neither suitable to T1, T2, T3 or T4. Not suitable to anybody else. See that carefully and try to see. This is called what deadlock functional example 1.py. So comma what here? Time. So try to run this. Save this code. Carefully try to follow, students. py. Be careful. Try to see. What is this now? MUL table. Okay. So here I will write it. MUL table M and then T rather than changing 4 times. MULTABLE. Okay. L is missing. So here, try to run this now. See the answers now. What is happening? All the 3 threads are continuously executing the results of the single method. What could be the answer of that? Is this is useful to any person? No. So when you are going to say this kind of thing, the same person is getting different answers that too mixed. This is one of the deadlock result. This is neither useful to T1, T2, T3, T4. Not at all useful to any of the thread. This is an example of which result? Come on, deadlock result, not safety result. Then how to make it safety? How to make it safety? See, go to your notes, module name, required for development of thread. There is a class called what? Lock. Do you know lock? Lock అంటే తెలుసా? Do you know lock? ಏನమ్మా చెప్పండి. తెలుసా? తెలీదా? Lock is not there. In hostel you are there. You have your own bag or not? So the bag lock is there or not? It is called lock. Lock. To close this door, there is a lock. What will happen? Suppose when I am taking, I will lock it with the key and I will keep the key with me. So lock is called what? Object, which I will acquire the lock on it. Acquire the lock on it. Then other person cannot enter into the same classroom until my class is getting over. And after my class is over, what I will do? I will unlock it. That is, I will release it and I'll give permission to others to enter inside the class. So lock class contains two functions here. One is called what function? Acquire function. One more is called which function? Release function. Release function. Release function is available. What acquire function will do? Acquiring the lock on the object, and release function will do what? Release the lock after the function is completed. Go to the programmatical and observe it. In this case, when all the threads are started, where is the problem is coming? All of them are entering into which place? Come on. MUL table place only. But will you allow it? No. So I would like to prevent the concurrent execution of what? This body. So only one thread to be allowed enter into this body, not other threads to enter into the same body at the same time. For that, how to do it? Let me show you the same situation with OOPS also. Object oriented programming with deadlock. Deadlock with OOPS. Deadlock with OOPS here. So there I will save it. Here I will write it. Class called what? Table. Table. There I am trying to write table function. Here I am writing it self, comma, self, comma. So I'm trying to write it. Some number you take it -9. -9 is nothing but which input? Invalid input. Try to save it. Some number is written here. So save this now. Go to this place. Execute it. Here I am writing it. Py. See this result now. What is this now? MUL table. Okay. So there I set. Go to this place. Call it as what? Table of dot. Table of dot. Here also I am writing here table of dot. Here I am writing table of dot. Table of dot. Here I am going to write it same nameless object approach. Table of dot. Execute it. See this answer now. What happens? Couple of it. Somewhere else some problem is occurring. Answer is coming, but somewhere else some problem is taken up. Where is that problem? Table of MUL table of arcs. Here everything is fine. Where is that why that error is coming? Self dot run self dot positional parameter index out of that. Here n, go to this place, self dot n. Here I need to print thread name. I need to print self కాదు అక్కడ సెల్ఫా ఏమా సెల్ఫ్ అక్కడ. సో execute it. Py. This is an answer. What is an answer? Thread 3, which input? Invalid input. So the other threads are continued. So this is called which result again? Deadlock result. How do you overcome this result? Copy this now. Go to the first functional approach. Take this concept. Online students, are you following? So here I'm going to say, here I'm going to write it. Come on here. What is this concept? Deadlock avoidance. With what? Deadlock avoidance with what? Synchronization. I am writing here SYNCH. Synchronization function example 1. Demonstrating the elimination of what? Elimination of deadlock with which concept? Synchronization. Synchronization. What is meant by synchronization? The process of allowing one thread at a time to perform some operation by making other threads to wait. Start. How many threads are starting? 4. All 4 are entering into which method? MUL table. So I don't want to the threads to execute these kind of threads here. These kind of threads don't want to execute these statements. Let them call MUL table, no problem. But this kind of statements to be prevented from concurrency. What I will do, I will create step number 1 here. Create an object of lock. Create an object of lock class of what? Threading. 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 Come on, how do you do it? Come on. L is equal to threading dot what class? Lock class. What is the L? Lock object. Buying the lock from the showroom and keeping in our hostel. Once you are coming out, you will be keeping the lock on it. So L. This is called a lock object created. Step number 1. Step number 1. Okay, lock object created. How many are started? T1, T2, T3, T4. All of them can access what? L. Go to this place called what? MUL table. What we will do now? I don't want to make the threads to execute these statements parallelly. What I will do? I will lock it. Locking means what? Entering inside the room and then keeping the back bolt button, which is nothing but what? Makes the door locked for other threads not to enter into the same place. How do you do that? Get the lock. Get the lock. How do you get the lock? L dot. There is a function name called what? Acquire. Acquire. This is called step number 2. Once you get the acquiring, this function will be locked. T2, T3, T4 will be made wait until who will complete? Thread which is enter inside of it. After finishing either if statement or else statement, I will release the lock. Why? My work is over or not? Release the lock. How do you release the lock? L dot. There is a function name called what? Release. This is called step number 3. Create create the lock, acquire the lock, release the lock. That's all. Nothing is there. Try to see in such a way that you will understand the subject. So, when multiple threads are entering into the same resource, that resource definitely gives the wrong result. To avoid the wrong result, we are going to apply the locking concept. That is nothing but synchronization we are applying. Let the threads enter into the same method. But one thread only you allow at a time. By using what? Locking and unlocking. How do you lock it? By using acquire function. How do you release the lock? Release function. Which one you are releasing and acquiring? Lock. What is the lock in Python? Class. Of which module? Threading module. So lock cannot do anything whose object will do something for you. Create an object of lock. Acquire the lock. Release the lock. Before the body. After the body. Understood? Let's run. Online students, 3 steps to implement the synchronization in Python, which is a deadlock avoidance technique that we are going to use it. If you are good at OS, I don't know who studied OS in this class. I don't know. BTech CSE. We have in second year OS subject is there is a bankers algorithm either. Bankers algorithm. Bankers. Why the word bankers? If you keep your ornaments in safety locker, that will be avoided from others or not. Even though something is happening, that will be ensured. So you will be having security to your data. Safety will be provided. That's why they named it as what? Bankers algorithm. మీకు ఏమైనా తెలుసుంటే that is implemented in the concept of what? Synchronization. ఎవరు లేరా సిఎస్సి వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ? ఎప్పుడో అయిపోయింది కదా. ఈవెన్ అయిపోయినప్పటికి కూడా దే నీడ్ టు రిమెంబర్ ఇట్ అట్లీస్ట్. సో let us run this code. So here, coming to the point of it, execute it. Execute it here. Ravi Kumar, sir, in college in college only theory is told, and the programming theory teacher used to say you will do that in practical, but that day never come. Okay, so okay, mom. So my dear student, of course, it's a good. I'm appreciating. So I'm saying that all of you need. It's my kind advice to everybody. Ravi Kumar, you don't mind, and to every student, I'm saying, don't use the word called "you told." Grammatically wrong. Teacher told, no. Teacher said. Teacher said. College teacher said. Told అనకూడదు. మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ కూడా చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నాను నేను ఒకరోజు. అంటే జస్ట్ నాకు ఇంగ్లీష్ అంటే ఒక చిన్న స్టోరీ చెప్తాం మీకు. ద టైమ్ ఈస్ నాట్ దట్, బట్ ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ దట్ బికాస్ ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఫర్ యూ. వెన్ ఐఎమ్ ఇన్ సెకండ్ ఇయర్, థర్డ్ ఇయర్, ఫస్ట్ సెమిస్టర్, we have seminars will be there. Up to second year, everything is okay. Second year, third year entering, some seminars will be there. On every topic, we have to give some seminar. Then I feared a lot. We don't know that time how to speak by ourselves. In first seminar, they called, what is my topic? What is my topic? Simulation and modeling. Topic name is simulation and modeling. I prepared very well. Myself explained to mirror in my home in the sense in the room. So myself prepared very well, and I felt that today I am only the one which I will explain like anything in the class. I will explain like anything and nobody can stand in front of me. I felt. I went there. Roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, like that. Becoming biscuit. First line, my name is, my topic name is, after that looking. And all these students who are in our class, monkey activities they will do. And we did the same thing with other students also. They will do more monkey activities when I came on the dais. I don't know why they did. Roll number 12, they called me. I went there. And up to I sat, today, irugadisesan anukunnanu. I do everything in the class. But after entering into that, I forget my roll number also. They are better. At least they said their roll number. I forget my roll number also. Because all people are doing so much monkey activities. When I went there, they want to disturb a lot, including girls also. I don't know why they targeted me that day. I forget even the spelling also I wrote wrong. Simulation modeling, I never said single word also. Because that day, I prepared by myself. Whether it is correct English or not, we don't know. And finally, that in engineering, I am unable to speak properly even in English. We don't know. Basically, I am openly telling to you, you are better than me now. Now only I am saying. How to improve English? That is my, after that point, everybody become biscuit. I become more biscuit in that day. That biscuit was 4 pieces they have. My biscuit become 8 pieces or 20 pieces. Because everybody expected something. I am unable to speak even one line also of my project. Madam also laughing like anything. She's having good percentage, not able to teach, no communication at all. She's saying, she's laughing. When madam is laughing, I got fear, very much fear. She's laughing like anything, even tears also coming from her eyes. Next day I decided, this is not the way. I had to go for spoken English. In OU, there is a TOEFL, CFL is there, Center for Foreign and foreign English language. CFL, you know CFL? So there, one professor is the retired professor. That day he is having 75 years of age. He will teach English. My senior said, "You go there." I also took the same situation because we are basically Telugu medium up to intermediate. We went there, and he said, his fees is very high. Still, we want to learn it because somebody said, if he teaches little English, you will learn like anything. He said, they said. So when we went to that, myself and my friend and another friend, his friend, he said, minimum 5 members required to take the class. He said, only 3 members. Then what to do? We searched here and there. Nobody is interested to come because all city people are there. City people. They are already good in English. Good in English, zero in subject. So finally, we asked, sir, we came from district, sir, we don't know. So please, sir, like that. He said, I don't know. Accepted. He said, early morning, 5 o'clock, you need to come. 5 o'clock. So we used to go 4:45 only. After waiting there, we have to keep the bell. After 15 minutes, he will unlock. We have to wait there only. So first day when we went with more keeping new notebook and everything, he said, no class. Came back because we need English. So next day, Tuesday, we went there. Sir, wife said, today, Tuesday, no class. Tomorrow onwards. Second also no class because more aged person that day. Wednesday, we opened. He's sitting there. And we have to sit not in chairs. We have to sit on the corridor, his home corridor, ground. No problem. We want English. He started. Parts of speech, he said. Then he said, na, very beautiful things he said. So very beautiful. He said, how to speak English, he said, first of all. Don't learn subject or subject. You try to learn. He said only 15 days. I really, students, whether you believe it or not, beautiful English, he said. How to speak, he said. That is a turning point. Then after 20 days, again, seminar started. So I applied my English subject with my subject knowledge. Subject knowledge is a song. English grammar is a music. Song plus music is hit. Then I prepared. I rectified, went to the class. Beginning only I started. So I requested to ma'am, I want to tell first. So ma'am give me special permission because at that day a charter fail is given. And all these people are doing more monkey activities they are ready to do. Keeping like this behind of something like doing more activity. I'm getting disturbed because I'm forgetting my sentences. Whatever it is, because I'm confident on my English. First, English is important. On that day, I explained like anything. Madam also very much appreciated. Very beautiful. How can you say this good English? Even English also very good. What is the secret behind that? Nothing, ma'am. I just worked very hard like that. Next seminar, who will give? Myself only. I said like that 4 or 5 seminars. I said myself, mine only. So that day onwards, really great. So really salute to the teacher. So that is like that. There are some diamonds will be there in teaching. Those people are like a diamonds. Okay. So my advice is you told, friend told, no. So said, okay now? Fine. This is my advices. Don't take negative things. My advice because you when you go to interview, I told to my friend like that. I said no. I told to my friend. You said you told no. Like that, some rules are there. మీకు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన అర్థం కాదులే కానీ somehow I want to say. Okay, students, come to the point. So, PY English dot is things. Now observe it. Which thread is entered first here? How many threads? What is this lock object? I acquire this lock before the body and I release the lock after completion. Come out and see the answer now. What thread is executing? thread T1. What is T2, T3 is doing? Waiting. Until who will complete? T1. See that now? Thread T2. T2. T2 is T3, T4 doing what? Waiting. Waiting. Now it is releasing. Next is called what? T3. How it is coming? 1. One by one only coming. You are feeling it is a one by one. Correct or not? Now, wait. I will show you. This is also going to come. How to improve English? English can be improved only by reading some articles in English. Understand it. Follow it. This is what the result is coming. Which result? Safety result. How safety result is coming? By applying which concept? Synchronization. Now I will write it. Some small thing here I will write it. So there I am writing it. Students, follow me. Here I am writing MUL table, MUL table, MUL table for, I will write it, dot format of, what is this now? N I will write it. N I am writing it. So there I am writing something like this. There I am writing something like this. Try to run this. Now here 1 second is there. Today I am going to do what? 0.25. Means more time takes more time. And you feel that it is a sequential. Now I reduced it. See this answer now. MUL table for 19, thread 1, thread 2. Within the less amount of time, all of them are coming or not? Still it is sequential only. Still it is sequential only. But it is more faster. Now I will go to what? 1 to 5. 25 off enter. 25 off. That is 1 to 5. 1 to 5. You execute it. It is see more faster than this. It is called what? All at once only. Now still I will write it what? Still I will write it what? Come on. 0001. 0001 means? Ain't 001. 001 is nothing but 0 only. And in small amount of time, all of them are executing at once. See the beauty of the result. What result? Moddubavulu safety result. Which result? 1 second safety, 0.25 safety, 0.125 safety, 0.00001 safety. What is that? All at once, without deadlock. It is known as what? Fast concurrent execution with locking. That is what Gmail, Twitter, Facebook will follow in threading. Understood or not? Yes, you take some example here called online students. No, you are not responding. -9 I said, execute it. Here what I got it. What is that happens? -9. What happens here? -9. What is happening? Red dot. Sleep off. Hmm? Where is that problem here? Here. Okay. Here I will write what? Threading dot. This name I forget. Dot. Because two braces I am using, two results required. Okay. See, it is locked over there. What is this now? It is locked. Why locked? Here it is locked. Here this was executed for what? Second number. That's why this problem is coming. What to do? I will fill this and I will go to my place once again. I'll go to once again, I'll explain it. So here I'm going to say E colon. So KVR Python 9 a.m. threads here. Execute py. What is my program name? Synchronization example 1.py. See that now. What is happening? Thread 3 is which input? Is it coming all at once or not? All at once with the difference of milliseconds of time? Is it threading is locking and unlocking is done or not? Locking how much time? 0.0001%. 0001. Immediately it is unlocked and then doing it. Threads are fastest executable components. Understood? Fine. So this is comes under what? Locking. How many steps are there here? Create the lock object, acquire the lock, and release the lock. Students, if you follow me carefully, observe. I will improve the timing. This is called 0.125. For your better understanding, to have some pause. L dot release I wrote where as a other statement for else. That means if the number is negative, I want to release the lock. If the number is positive after displaying the multiplication logic also, I want to release. By mistake, if you write this L dot release, if you write here like this, if you write a release like this, what happens? What happens if we write like this? What will happen? Or L dot release will be released in the case of which number? Positive number. If the number is what? Negative. What will happen? Negative number is invalid input printed. Which line it is coming? Which line it is coming? It is coming to which line? Line number where it is coming? 19th line it is coming. 19th line is not containing what? Release. That means you are acquiring but not releasing. So it is permanently locked. Execute. Execute this code and see this now. Answer it. 19 is coming. 17 is coming. Now it is locked. Why it is becoming stagnant there? Why it is becoming? Did you understand? You are acquiring. 19 released. 14 released. But minus 9 printed. Invalid input. But else part doesn't have line number 19. What? Releasing lock code is not there because it is this release is there as a part of what? Else. So this is becoming what? Permanently locked only. So if you say Control C breaking also, it is not taking place. Keyboard interrupt also not taking place. You have to kill this window. Kill this window. And that's why release must be written properly. This is what is my suggestion for you. Are you following me? Either output time you release properly or invalid input case also you release properly. This case you are understanding, I think so. Students in the online, I hope you are understanding this mechanism and you got an output. So E colon, go to the location here, Python here, 9 a.m. threads here, execute it, py, the program name, synchronization example 1.py. So take care about that py. This logic you take it, 19, getting this data and output is like this. Clear or not clear? Yes, look at that. Online students, did you understand that locking mechanism? How to use the release and all those things? Right. Go to the place, synchronization, oops, example 1.py. There I will write it. What is this now? Class table of. So here I am writing same to same. I will write it what? Self comma n. Same mechanism. But I will write it what now? Table of. This I am writing table of. Here I am writing table of. Done. Execute this logic. Done. Out of that, you go out of that. Same to same. Py. Same logic will be coming here also. No doubt in that. Now I am going to take up this example. Instead of this part, I would like to give you something more serious code. I want to look at. Here I will write it. Arcs you don't write now. Arcs you don't write. What I will write? Come on. 19 I will write it. Here I will write what? 17 I will write it. What is this now? Minus 9 I will write it. What I will write it? 14 I will write it. What is that part which I wrote it? Uma. Good. Keep it up. That is known as what you know? Constructor. Constructor అంటారులే మీకు తెలియదు అది. This is known as what? Constructor. Don't know this? That too it is called what? Parameterized constructor. So I will write the parameterized constructor here. How do you define? DAF underscore init of self comma n. I will write self dot n is equal to n. Self dot n is equal to n. Self dot n, self dot n, self dot n. Next, I will go to self dot n here also. Self dot n also. Here also I'll write a self dot n. Self dot n. Self dot n. That's all. This is also called one more type of mechanism of self-related. I am calling through constructor. Execute it 2, 2.py, 2.py. You try to execute. Out of that, you say this part, you are going to get table takes no argument. Where it is table of n. Here, where is it? ML table of this one will not take any argument. MEL table of function will not take any argument. And that too you have written wrong. This part you need to write in where? Above, not in the same place. Okay? In the class you need to write DEF init. This one. I wrote by mistake inside only. Okay. Constructor, it will not take any parameter. Execute. PY. Output is going to come like this. Done. Clear? Done. Next, last and final. I want to tell you, lock object is what here? L object is what here, students? L is an object of lock, na? Which is a global variable for how many threads? 4 threads. This is called what? Purely global variable is nothing but which approach? Functional approach. Today I don't want to write here. Today I don't want to write. I don't want to write. Where I am writing, you know, students? In the class only I am writing. As a class level variable, I will write it. As a class level variable, I am writing. What is L here? What is L? Here, L is a class level variable. Class level variable. Class level variable. Not only K, L, so K. Some name. So MEL table K dot acquire. First of all, what is K? What is K? Class level variable. To be called with respect to what? Class name. What is the class name? Table dot K dot acquire. Table dot K dot acquire. How do you release? Table dot L dot release. K. K dot release. What is table? Class name. What is K? Lock object, which is created as a class level variable. Acquiring and then what? Releasing. Beautiful. So take it as what you know, T5, which is pointing to what? 0. 0. T5. T5 dot start. T5 dot start. T5 dot start. Execute. Okay. Here I am writing synchronization whoops example 2.py. 3.py. 3.py. So there I will execute my code. Py 3.py. 3.py. So I'm getting the same answer. So the main thing is what? Lock object. So anyway, we need to get the output. Okay. This is called a class level variable is common for all the objects of same class. Which class object? Table class object. Table class object and thread class object, common variable. Last and final, the same thing you can go for obtaining by using what? You can also do the same thing by using what? This is called what? 4. Here I will write it at the rate. What is this now? Class method. Class method. What is this now? DEF get lock. Get lock. Get lock I am taking. K is a class level variable defined under where? Class level method. Class level method will supply the common values for all the objects of same class. Class level method. Beautiful. Here I will how I will write it? CLS. How do you write it here? CLS dot. How you can call? Same. Same. But you need to call the call class level method. Call the class level method. Call the class level method for for activating which object? Lock object. Come on. Table dot. What is the function now? Get lock. Get lock is a class level method present in the class. Table dot get lock off. Table dot get lock off. 3 dot 4 dot py. Save. Beautiful. Output. Py. Output. Same. So regular dialogue. Hairstyle is good. Combing anywhere. అసలు ఏమి లేదు, ఏం చేయడానికి ఏమి ఉండదు అక్కడ. సబ్జెక్ట్ ఈస్ గుడ్, ఎనీవే అవుట్పుట్ విల్ కమ్. ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ టాలెంట్. గ్లోబల్ వేరియబుల్స్ విత్ ఊప్స్, క్లాస్ లెవెల్ వేరియబుల్ విత్ ఊప్స్, లైక్ దట్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ఇట్. ఎట్లా వస్తుంది చదువు ఎట్లా వస్తుంది? హౌ డు గెట్ గుడ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్? వెన్ యూ రీడ్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ. నోబడీ ఈస్ బై బర్త్ గుడ్ ఇన్ సబ్జెక్ట్, రైట్? ఈవెన్ దో యూ ఆర్ గుడ్ ఇన్ సబ్జెక్ట్, if you come to intermediate engineering, that will fall down because not working hard. I have seen so many people like that. In 10th class, 10 by 10. Engineering second year fail with 2-3 backlogs. Why? Garbage friends, garbage messages. These are all called becoming garbage only. Understood? So, friends should not be there. Who is your friend from? Who is your friend now? మీకు చెప్పడానికి కూడా టాలెంట్ లేదు, నాకు అబద్ధం చెప్పకండి. సో friend is subject. Once you get the job, because daily you will do that. Behavior, Sara. If I'm your friend, I will ask the questions daily. Actually, I don't have many friends, I have 5 friends still. One is time is there or not there. Time is there. 46. Okay, 2 minutes. One is my 7th class friend. Is there my hometown. Is there in my native place. Is very good friend. Heartful friend is heartful friend. If you take microscope and if you look at my heart, is there. Sir, why this much friend he is? So, how is your heartful friend? So there is some reason is there. One is in 10 plus 1. 10 plus 1. One more friend is there. Not that much helpful. He is a friend only. Friend. Next, in engineering, one more friend is there. He's just a friend only, not a close friend. Just a hi bye. That's all. But we'll speak weekly once, twice, like that. Like that. And one more is my senior. Senior is one more friend. He is also one more. So why the senior and the 7th class friends are my heartful friends? Because there is one reason. From our native place, when we are in the school days, 7th class, when I am in, we need to go to from our native place to other mandal by walk only. 5 kilometers we need to go to school, ZPPHS school, by walk. That time ZPH schools, they used to teach very well. These days, total garbage collection is happening. So by walk we will go. No more transportation facility that places. We go by walk. In fields and everything will go. While going, in middle of this going, 2 lakes are there. 2 lakes. We have to cross that and we have to go. And of course, when rain will come, that will happen. Water will come. Otherwise, dry only. All of a sudden, when we went to school, very big heavy rain came. And those lakes are flowing like anything. And we cannot, we can go. Those who know swimming, they can go. But I don't know swimming that time. And all these people, my classmates and everybody knows. And in our native place, we used to go 25-30 members used to be there in my class, all boys, girls, and everybody. And somehow that day, all of them went out, help to somebody help done. So for me, who is helping? This person and my senior. These 2 people came forward to take me, and all of others not. Because there is some reason is there. Reason means what? When they ask me in the exam bit paper, I never show them. There is a big reason. Why I don't show them? Because if I show them, Next time they don't read now. That is my point. But what they said misunderstood. So beginning of my studies, some of the people are opposite to me. I can't do anything because I'm seeing that I don't show because they have to work hard. Correct or not? And if I get in my bit paper 28 out of 30 or something, they will also get 28 out of 30 without any efforts. I don't know whether you like it or not, but I don't like that. Completely showing to others, I don't like it. That's why majority of my classmates went off with their always. But my seventh class friend, that day, this person, they took me on their shoulders and they taken me out. That is the point they entered into my heart. And what they did that help really appreciable. But I also did more help to them in other way around in different way. That help we should not tell to anybody. What I am saying what they did. So that's why they are in my heart always. Otherwise, we have to be outside only. We when that lake will go, we don't know. When it will stop. That is, they helped me a lot. That's why friends should be so genuine, not Hyderabad friends, not intermediate friends and all. That's why. Nayak, sir, which is your native place? My native place is my native place only. Okay, my native place is in Prakasam district, AP, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, many of students come to the point of it. Sometimes in the middle of it, I will tell you, who is your friend now? Subject, subject. So when you know more subject, definitely some people are opposite. Need not to fear about it. Generally in studies time, correct or not? Suppose you are more intelligent, everybody cannot mingle with you. Will they mingle? No. Don't know. They will be friends only. You see in any college, group of people don't know. They are friends only. One clever student and normal students, they will not mix with these guys so much frequently. So you have to read well first. Correct or not? Correct? కదా! సో మీ స్టేజ్ మీరెలా ఉండేవాళ్ళు మీరు? హౌ యూ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ యువర్ స్కూల్ డేస్? విల్ యూ యూస్ టు షో టు యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్? హ్మ్. మనం రాసే కదా ఫస్ట్. ఓకే. ఎనీ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. సో బిగినింగ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ even now also uh, even now also my batch I'm selfish to my students. Selfish in the sense my students should read well. That's why I will shout on you. I will say because if any Python student comes, my Python student should be there, and my student should be quite dominating. That is my selfishness. Correct? So that's why we are not Dana Karnudu లాగా ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. You have to be selfish by yourself in your activity. Okay. So anyhow, Kavan, quietly opposite to you, sir. Okay. So quite opposite. That's good, but all the times it should not be like that. Anyhow, come to next class. I'll tell you some more examples on this spot, and tomorrow that will be getting completed. Synchronization. Some more examples I'll tell you. Did you understand this? Right. Don't miss tomorrow class. Important. Thank you. Carry on. Don't miss tomorrow class. Yes. Online students, if anybody is having the doubt, can raise your hands. So no more doubts, sir. Okay. So I'll go for